Yo, how you doing? It's me, Tony. I remember in history class we learned about these ships from time to time, but after a while, I don't know when exactly, I learned that these guys are cooler than I thought. There's been like what, 40, 45, 46 US presidents in the US. Most of them didn't really do anything eye-catching, to be honest. However, a few of them are simply put, cool as fuck. From winning over 100 duels allegedly to being shot in the chest during a speech and then continuing to give the speech, these men I'm about to list are just badass. Andrew Jackson was the 7th president of America. He was also a certified badass. Apparently, he won over 100 duels allegedly. Now, to put into perspective that duels usually go to the death, winning maybe 10 would already make you a guy to watch out for. But winning 100, that's just insane. Imagine having a disagreement with a guy to the point where you say, alright, one of us gotta die. And then doing it over 100 times. Just insane. But that's not even the best part of his story. So when Jackson was attacked by his assassin, both the attacker's guns failed. I mean, what the fuck? How incredibly unlucky do you have to be to have both your guns jammed? So at this point, Jackson just casually pulls out his cane and beats the guy to death. And keep in mind, Jackson's a 67-year-old guy, a grandpa, and the life expectancy those days were around 50. I mean, how do you lose? I wonder if the guy just gave up, like, well, both my guns failed, I guess this is it. Anyways, Jackson is indisputably up there. Alright, so next is Calvin Coolidge. Now this guy, nothing could crack him. He always had a scowl on his face. But one thing notable about him is that a guy came up to him and told him he made a bet that he can make Coolidge say more than 2 words. And the president just said, you lose. That was kind of a dick move, but what you gotta do? That's all I got for this guy. George Washington, founding father, led the Continental Army, cut down a cherry tree. Nobody knows why, but he did it, and we know about it. For some reason. Now, what makes this guy such a badass is who he led the Revolutionary Army against. Keep in mind that the Revolutionary Army were mostly made up of hillbillies, farmers, and regular Joe Schmoes. They were up against the fucking British Empire, which at the time had the strongest navy in the world, had tons of overseas territories, and was rich as fuck because of them. That's the equivalent of going to the ring with Mike Tyson. So needless to say, not only did he have a huge set of cojones to fight, but he won. He won against the strongest empire in the whole world. Imagine how you feel if you won against Mike Tyson. You'd probably feel nothing but pain for the first few months, but after that you'd be like a king. And that's why here ends the spot with the legend. Teddy Roosevelt was a manly man's man. Grew up in New York with the real tough guys. He rode horses into battle multiple times in Cuba. Some real cowboy shit. His motto was speak softly but with a big stick. He broke multiple monopolies and even hunted in Africa. And reportedly, he killed 4,000 birds, 2,000 reptiles and amphibians, 500 fish, and 4,897 mammals. This guy leveled whole ecosystems, which is more fucked up than badass. But one thing that gives him legend status is when he was giving a speech, an assassin shot him in the chest. And after the assassin was dealt with, did Roosevelt stop and go to the hospital? No. He continued to give the speech with the fucking bullet still lodged in his chest. And back then, they didn't have modern medicine or nothing, but he still lived. So you have to admit that makes him a certified badass. Alright, that's the end of the video. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. If you really like the video, then hit the subscribe button. If you really, really, really like the video, then share the video so we can blow up. Also, check out my Discord and Minecraft server in the description. Hey you, yeah, you. Thank you so much for watching to the end. It's been more than 3 months since my last video.
What the fuck, John?
I've been busy like fucking crazy with the quotes and the shit. And my voice is still sore from the recordings. And the editing. Forget about it. In short, I'll see you guys next time with more videos to come.